Healthcare in America is changing, and it's probably changing. I don't know if it's for the better or for the worse. And so one of the things that I'm going to be doing on this channel is I'm going to be teaching you how to be a better responsible adult or child or teen or whatever, and learn how to take care of yourself. Because I feel like Americans or a lot of people have kind of outsourced their health and have relied on doctors and basically things outside of themselves to help them with their health. But we should all know the basics of our bodies and our health, right? And it always surprises me when I talk to patients how little people know about things like nutrition, for example. So I want to give you like a few things that you need to think about every single day. Every single day, as an adult or as a human being, you need to make sure you check off these boxes, okay? So there are a few things that the human body needs, okay? So number one is food or nutrition, because your body is going to use that to generate energy for you to function. So make sure you eat food, okay? That's number one. And make sure the food is nutritious food and not boxed food that doesn't have fiber or that's a product. I'll do another video on that. The second thing that you need as a human being is you need oxygen. Now, so far you don't have to pay for that, but there might come a time when you have to. And so, are you taking good, deep breaths? Because a lot of people, if you're obese or overweight, you might have sleep apnea, in which case you're actually not breathing well and you're holding on to more carbon dioxide, which you should be expelling or it should be leaving your body. More of that is staying in your body and less oxygen is actually being taken into your body. So it's very important to not only make sure you're taking good, deep breaths, but you need to be in an environment where the air is clean. If you're in a city, go for a few hikes, okay? Go into nature. Nature's waste is our oxygen. Like, they literally fart oxygen. You feel me? So go into nature. You're not only gonna get the oxygen, there's so many other benefits of going into nature and breathing their farts. I know that sounds ridiculous, but hey, I'm in a mood. So that's the second thing. We all need to breathe, okay? We all need to drink water. A lot of people don't drink enough water. And I'm saying this as somebody who does not like the taste of water. And so I have had to find very interesting ways to get in enough water, because 70+% of our body is made of water. So if you're not drinking at least half of your body weight in ounces of water, you're probably dehydrated, right? And again, water in America is very weird. If you have grown or if you've lived outside of the US, then a lot of the water, like bottled water, contains minerals in it, but I don't think that we have that here. So you might just benefit from adding a pinch of maybe sea salt or pink Himalayan sea salt in a couple of your glasses of water, just so that the water doesn't like go through you, but your body can actually absorb the water. So it helps to make sure that there are minerals in the water, and then you drink the water. Half the time when you have cravings or you feel hungry, it's because your body's actually thirsty and it's not because you're actually hungry. So your body needs water, okay? That's the third thing. And if you notice, everything that I'm saying is probably the same thing that plants need, but I digress. The fourth thing that your body needs is it needs rest, okay? Like, you need to sleep. If you don't sleep for an extended period of time, you will die. And I'm not even making that up. Like, they have used sleep deprivation as tactics in war and all of that, right? I sometimes joke that sleep deprivation was used in residency as a way to make us conform into a particular way of doing things, which I did not buy into. And I practice medicine in a different way. And so you need sleep. Some people need 7 hours of sleep. Some people need 9, 10 hours of sleep. Women need more sleep than men usually. And sometimes you need more sleep depending on what time of your menstrual cycle, what phase of your menstrual cycle you're in. So sleep is very important. And on the subject of sleep, make sure that you're getting good quality sleep, okay? If you struggle to sleep, my advice to you, easiest thing, get 10,000 steps a day. If you move and you tire your body out, you will sleep. That's one thing. Second thing, get off the screens at least an hour before bedtime. Read a book. Okay, read a boring book. It probably would make you sleep. Third thing, try to make sure that there's not too much light in the room when you're trying to sleep. That kind of goes with screens. If you struggle with sleep, maybe try taking some magnesium. It could be glycinate or threonate. Magnesium is great for relaxing your body, and so that might help you with sleep. And yeah, try not to drink any water like 2 or 3 hours before you go to bed, just so you don't have to wake up in the middle of the night to pee, because it's usually best if you don't get fragmented sleep. But sleep is extremely important, and I feel like our society really has affected our sleep just because of like social media, night shifts, and like all the different things can really affect people's sleep. And so you want to prioritize sleep. It's one of the things that you need as a human being to be healthy, okay? The next thing that you need as a human being to be healthy is that as you eat the food that you're taking in, the waste has to come out, okay? This is non-negotiable. Now, where does the waste come out? Well, obviously, you gotta pee, right? If you're not peeing, you're in trouble. You have kidney problems. You have to poop, okay? You need to defecate. This is very, very important. And a huge part of defecation is going to be your gut microbiome. So when you eat food, it goes through your mouth, which is the beginning of your GI system, your gastrointestinal system, and it ends in your rectum. So you eat food, it goes through to your stomach, the acids mix up the food, and then it goes into your duodenum, into your small intestine, and then it goes into your large intestine. And this is usually where you're going to have like your microbiome. Your microbiome is responsible for breaking down a lot of this food. It will use some of the food for itself, okay? There's a whole colony down in there. And its job is to help us break down a lot of things. It helps us break down a lot of proteins, a lot of neurotransmitters. Helps us break down food so we can absorb the nutrients that we need. So it's kind of a symbiotic relationship. It gives us something and we give it something, okay? So on the subject of bowel movement, if you're not eating food that contains fiber, like vegetables, like legumes, like fruits that are not juices, fruits with fiber, then you're not feeding the good guys in your gut. And if you don't have enough, if the good guys in your gut are not happy, well, you're not happy. Just trust me on that. But on top of that, you need that fiber to help move things along. Because if you're eating food and your body, sorry, my thing cut off. So if you're eating food and your body is able to take in the nutrients, it needs to get rid of what's not necessary, right? We always say, do not take in or do not keep things that don't serve you. Well, poop does not serve you. And if you're not able to poop that out, your body's going to reabsorb that stuff. And that's going to create a lot of havoc in your body. So the two main things in your body that are important for waste management are your liver, which is a whole nother topic, but your liver and your GI system, so your colon. So Your liver needs to be healthy, which is why you need to make sure you don't get fatty liver, which I will talk about in another video. And on top of that, your GI system, your gut microbiome needs to be healthy. So you need to make sure when you eat food that contains fiber so you can move your GI system along, so you can poop every single day. If you struggle with pooping and you eat fiber or food that contains fiber and you're still not pooping, the next thing that you need to do as a human being is you need to move, okay? Having active muscles makes you more insulin sensitive. That's number one. But the movement itself is going to move things so you can move your bowels. Because again, we don't want waste staying in our bodies, okay? When it stays in our bodies, it seeps through. That's how you get leaky gut. It seeps through into your body, and then those toxins freak out your immune system, and then you have inflammation everywhere. So you need to move, okay? It's non-negotiable. There's a reason why we as human beings were created to move, to hunt, to find food, right? So if you sit on your butt all day, your muscles are going to become insulin resistant. And then when you eat food, it's not going to take in the food, and all of that food is going to get stored as fat. So if you want to be healthy, you need to move, okay? The other thing that you need as a human being is you need sunlight. And no, sunlight from the window is not sufficient. You need sunlight. And if you're Black like me, you really need sunlight. And the reason for that is sunlight is important for the conversion of vitamin D from its inactive to its active form. And vitamin D is important for helping the mitochondria, which is a part of the cell that makes energy for the body. The whole point of everything that we do is so that we have energy to live. Okay, if your mitochondria are not working, you're in trouble. And so vitamin D is extremely important. And the only way to get that is from the sun. So I would say try as much as possible, even if it's 10 minutes, to go outside and let the sun hit your body, your face, okay? In the summertime, obviously you can get more, but make it a practice to get some sunlight, okay, on your body. And the last thing that I think is plus or minus, that we're all created to reproduce. You don't have to reproduce. You don't have to have children. But reproduction is not only of the body. Reproduction is of the mind as well. I feel like if you're here on earth and you're not using your mind to create something, you're going to feel off. You're going to feel like you don't have a purpose, okay? And I think that as a human being, one of the healthiest things that you can do is to find ways to produce things, create things, try new things, build new pathways in your brain so that your brain is always active, and be as creative as possible. I think women, we're more reproduce more because we reproduce in terms of having children, and we reproduce in terms of using our brain to create different things, businesses, whatever. But you want to have an aim of making sure you're producing something for this world that is going to help people either now or in the future. And if you can try to just create one thing, it could be like me creating this YouTube video and hoping that it will help somebody, then you're gonna feel like, you know what, I did something good today. And I mean, that's a good day, right? A good day is a day that you spend doing something for somebody else and knowing that it can help them. So anyways, those are the things that I think are important and that you need to do every single day. So make it a checklist, okay? Like when you wake up in the morning or at the end of the day, ask yourself, did you do these things? Did you drink enough water? Did you take deep breaths? Did you get enough sleep? Did you eat nutritious food? Did you move your bowels, right? Did you get sunlight? Did you move? And did you produce something? Did you create something? And I think if you can do those things, 80% of your problems, like you will be the healthiest person. Like 20% of health should be you coming to the doctor, right? But 80% of it is all on you And if you don't know what that 80% is, that's what I'll be teaching you on this channel. It's just teaching you about nutrition, lifestyle, all of that, because like I said, you're responsible for your health. And the way healthcare is going, your doctor is only supposed to be responsible for 20% of what's going on with you, and 80% is on you. So I will teach you the 80%, at least from my perspective. And I hope that this video helps one person out there. All right, bye.